The slap came so fast that Uju's ears rang. I said, "Bring your ATM card and the PIN. Are you deaf?" The man ordered. Minutes later, they emptied her account and laughed. "So you're not rich after all?" "Yes," answered Uju tearfully. Uju wasn't a millionaire. She was just a small Abuja lingerie seller living a fake life online. And now she was trapped with kidnappers who wanted 10 million naira, or her body parts. One of them said with a wicked smile, "Not every customer viewing your story is here to buy. Some are only here to buy your life." It all began weeks earlier when Uju sat in her small Abuja apartment, phone in hand, smiling as she posted another fake payment alert for lingerie orders that didn't exist. "Babe, I just posted a 450,000 naira order now. Check my WhatsApp status." That was the message Uju sent to her best friend, Bimbo. She typed it with a big smile, proud of herself. But the truth was simple. There was no order, no customer, and no 450,000 naira. She only wanted people to think her lingerie business was booming. Uju wanted her contacts to believe she was living the soft life. She wanted to look successful. She wanted to be the online vendor everyone admired. But here is what many people forget. Not everyone who views your status is there to buy from you. Some people are watching to admire you. Some are watching to gossip about you. Some are watching because they don't like you and are looking for your downfall. Uju didn't care about that. Every week, she posted fake bank alerts, fake reviews, and fake photos. She even used fake customer names like, "Thanks Maureen from Port Harcourt. Blessing just placed a 150,000 order for our luxury lingerie set." But the truth was different. Sometimes she didn't sell anything for 3 days straight. But her WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook stories were always full of sales and orders. She believed that the more she posted, the more customers she would get. Then, one Saturday morning, she went too far. She posted a fake payment receipt of 1.2 million naira from an Abuja client. The caption read, "No long talk, money is talking. DM to book yours. Only 3 slots left." She also posted a mirror selfie holding a bundle of cash she had borrowed from her cousin for a TikTok video. Under the photo, she wrote, "Hustle, because nobody will pity you when hunger slap you." The views poured in. Messages started coming. Some fans congratulated her, while some asked for prices. But one message would change her life forever. It was a strange number with a text attached. "Good day. My madam saw your lingerie online. We want to buy 100 pieces of your full luxury set. Can you deliver to Gwarimpa?" 100 pieces meant 3.2 million naira. Uju's eyes widened. She quickly replied, "Yes, sir, we can. Payment before delivery." The person responded, "We'll send 1.6 million naira now and balance on delivery." Uju thought it was a scam, but then her phone buzzed. An alert came in. 1.6 million naira. It was real money. She checked her bank app, and it was there. Her heart started beating faster. Then another message came. "Our madam insists you bring the items yourself. We don't want a delivery rider. We will send you the location when you are ready." Uju frowned. She had never delivered orders herself. She always used dispatch riders. But this was different. 1.6 million naira was already sitting in her account, and the balance would make it 3.2 million naira. The money was too tempting. She typed back, "Okay, I will bring it myself." Little did she know that she had just stepped into a trap. Sunday morning, Uju woke up earlier than usual. She didn't even need an alarm. The first thing she did was open her bank app. The 1.6 million was still there, shining in her account like fresh gold. She smiled to herself. The only thing on her mind now was the balance. She packed the lingerie into 2 big travel bags, red lace bras, black satin nightwear, baby pink thongs, and cream-colored 2-piece sets. She folded them neatly and sprayed body mist inside so the whole bag would smell sweet when opened. At 11 a.m., her phone beeped. It was from the customer. "Here is the location, Kingsway Plaza, Jahi. Ask any driver. Call this number when you arrive." Uju was confused. They had mentioned Guarimpa earlier when they made the order. Why is the address saying Jahi? She shrugged it off. Her 3.2 million naira was all that mattered. She checked the address again. She had heard of the place but never been there. She quickly opened her map and saw it was a commercial complex. She assumed it would be like Wu's Market Plaza or Bannex, busy, open, and safe. She wore a fitted black jumpsuit and white sneakers. Her gold hoop earrings swung gently as she locked her door. "Today, I must collect my balance," she whispered. The boat ride to Jahi was smooth, but when she got down from the car, she frowned a little. Yes, it was a plaza, but not the kind she imagined. Most of the shops outside were closed. A few small kiosks selling recharge cars, drinks, and gala were the only signs of life. The place was too quiet for a Sunday afternoon. She dragged her bags through the main entrance. The floor tiles looked old. Some fluorescent lights inside were flickering. Others were off completely. A few men sat on plastic chairs in the corner, staring at their phones. Nobody greeted her. Maybe their shop is upstairs, she told herself. She called the number. "Hello, are you here?" a woman's voice asked. "Yes, I'm inside Kingsway Plaza." "Good. Go to the second floor. Last shop on the left. The door is closed, but knock. I'll open for you." Uju climbed the stairs. Her shoes made soft tok-tok sounds in the empty hallway. Most of the offices upstairs were locked, their signboards faded or dusty. Some just had handwritten names taped to the doors. At the end of the corridor, she saw it. Femi, Co-Ventures. There was no lingerie display, no mannequins, just tinted black glass and a closed wooden door. She stopped and looked around. So this is where they run a big order from? No open sign, no customers walking in. How do they even do business here? She thought suspiciously. But the 1.6 million naira in her account kept her feet glued. She wanted the balance. She knocked gently, and the crew seconds later, the door opened just a little, enough for a man's face to appear. He smiled in a friendly way. "You are Uju? Come inside. Madam is waiting." She hesitated for a second. then pulled her bags in and stepped through. Once she was inside, she heard the door closed behind her with a firm click. When Uju stepped into the office, the air smelled faintly of air freshener, but the room itself didn't look like a place for serious business. The walls were cream, the curtains were heavy and drawn, and a single desk sat in the middle. Behind it was a woman in a simple gown, scrolling on her phone. The man who had opened the door quietly carried one of Uju's travel bags and dropped it by the desk. Uju forced a polite smile. "Good afternoon, Ma. I brought your order." The woman looked up slowly, her face calm. "Sit down," she said. Uju sat but leaned forward. "Ma, should I bring them out so you can check and give me the balance?" The woman didn't answer immediately. She placed her phone on the desk and folded her arms. "You get your balance, but first, let's talk." "Talk about what, Ma?" Uju asked, trying to keep her voice light. "Just small questions," the woman replied. "You came alone?" Uju blinked. "Yes. Is there a problem?" The woman gave a small smile. "No problem. I just like to know who I'm doing business with." She turned to the man. "Lock the door." The click of the lock echoed in the small office. Uju's stomach tightened. She cleared her throat. "Please, Ma, about my balance." The woman's eyes narrowed. "You're in a hurry." "No, I'm not in a hurry," Uju said quickly. "But I need to settle my rider. I don't usually do deliveries myself." Before she could finish her statement, the man by the door stepped closer. "Madam said, you'll get your balance. Why are you raising your voice?" Uju sat up straighter. "Because I don't understand what's going on here. I came to deliver goods. I've given you the order. Let's finish the transaction so I can go." The woman's smile disappeared. Without warning, the man's hand whipped across Uju's face. The sound of the slap rang in her ears. Her palm flew to her cheek. "What's wrong with you people?" The man's voice was flat. "Bring your ATM card." Uju froze. "ATM card? For what?" The woman leaned forward, her voice calm again, almost too calm. "We know you have money. You like to show it online. Just give us your card and PIN, and no one will hurt you." Fear rose in Uju's throat. "You can't." The man's eyes went cold. "PIN, or the next slap will be worse." Her hands shook as she reached into her bag and brought out her ATM card. She slowly told them her PIN, her voice breaking. The man walked out with the card. 10 minutes later, he returned with a bank receipt in his hand and an unsatisfied look on his face. "She get only 1.7 million, he said to the woman. "Not even plenty like they show for WhatsApp. It's the money we sent and extra 100,000, he told the woman. She gave Uju a long, slow look. "So all that plenty money you've been posting online is just packaging, eh?" Hot tears ran down Uju's cheeks. She realized then that they hadn't just picked her at random. They had been watching her, every fake alert, every cash selfie, every big order brag. The woman picked up her phone again, like nothing had happened. "Now," she said softly, "you will follow us to see Madam." The man unlocked the door and gestured for Uju to stand. Her knees were weak, her cheek still stinging from the slap, but she stood up. She understood now. This wasn't about lingerie anymore. It was about her. The man's grip on Uju's arm was tight as they walked her down the stairs. Her legs felt heavy, her cheeks still burning from the slap. The corridors of the plaza were almost empty. The few people she saw didn't even look up. Outside, a black SUV was waiting with its engine running. The back door opened and the woman from the desk slid in first. "Enter," the man said. Uju hesitated for a second, but the man's eyes told her there was no other choice. So she climbed in. The man sat beside her, trapping her between himself and the door. The SUV pulled away from the plaza. At first, they drove on the main road, passing shops and filling stations. Then the driver turned into a quieter street, then another, until they were deep inside an unfamiliar part of town. There were no buses, no pedestrians, just high fences and empty streets. Finally, they stopped in front of a large compound with a black gate. It swung open as soon as they honked, like they had been expected. Inside, the ground was covered in red sand. Two other men stood by a one-story building, watching as the car parked. The woman got down first. "Bring her inside," she told the man. They led Uju into a sitting room with no windows, only dim yellow bulbs. A man she hadn't seen before was sitting on a sofa, his legs crossed. He wore a polo shirt and jeans, but his face was serious, the kind of seriousness that made your blood go cold. "Sit," he said. Uju sat on the edge of the chair. Her hands were shaking. The man leaned forward. "We don't waste time. You will call your people. Tell them to bring 10 million naira if they want to see you alive. If they delay, we will sell your body parts and make more than 10 million. Uju's heart stopped for a second. 10 million? Her voice cracked. "Sir, please, I don't have that kind of money. I'm just a small vendor. My parents are not wealthy. I only sell lingerie in Abuja to survive." The man's face didn't change. "You think we don't know you? We have been watching your WhatsApp, your Instagram. Every week you post millions in sales. You think people believe you are broke?" Tears spilled down her face. "Please, sir, it's not real. I was only trying to look successful so I can get customers. The 1.7 million naira you took is all I have. I swear on my life." The woman from the desk laughed coldly. "Small vendor? Yet you were shouting big madam online." The man on the sofa stood up slowly. "If you're lying, we will know. And if we find out you have more money than you're saying." He ran his thumb across his throat in a slow motion. "You won't leave here with your head." Uju's whole body trembled. "I will give you any money I can get. Please, just don't hurt me." The man tossed her phone onto her lap. "Call someone. A friend, your parents, anybody. And tell them what we said. We will give them 24 hours. Her hands shook as she picked up the phone. The truth was, she had no one who could raise 10 million naira. And now, in this locked compound, surrounded by strangers with cold eyes, she realized that her fake life had not only trapped her, it might end her. Uju sat in the dim room, the smell of stale air and dust making her throat dry. The kidnappers had taken her ATM card, her bags of lingerie, even her earrings. All she had left was the phone they threw onto her lap. "Call now," the man with the cold eyes said. 24 hours is ticking." Her fingers shook as she scrolled to Bimbo, her closest friend. When Bimbo answered, Uju's voice broke. Bim, they've kidnapped me. Eh? Where are you? I don't know. They want 10 million. Please help me. Bimbo went silent for a moment. 10 million? Uju's eyes were wet. Please, I don't have that kind of money. They took everything in my account. I swear I'm not rich. All those things I post online, it's just packaging. Bimbo sighed on the other end. Uju, see your life now. But her voice softened. Okay, let me see what I can do. By evening, Bimbo had created a GoFundMe page and posted it on Twitter, Facebook, and WhatsApp. The caption read, Please fans help my friend Uju. She has been kidnapped in Abuja. Her abductors are demanding 10 million for her release. Any contribution will help. Within 1 hour, the post had spread like wildfire. But instead of quiet sympathy, it brought a storm. On Twitter, someone posted, Wait, is this not the same Uju that posted 1.2 million payment last week and called herself Queen of Lingerie? Another replied, She dey package fake life for us? Now CM, where's the millions she was posting? On Facebook, the comments were even worse. This life, fear, cloud chasers. No be that babe way they form big madam for WhatsApp status? She go still use fake alert snap. I beg, me I no fit donate. She get past me. Nah, we know say nah wash she they wash us. Some defended her. Whether fake life or not, this is not a time to mock. Someone's life is in danger. But the damage was done, the mask was off. People now knew Uju's big brand was just smoke and mirrors. Back in the compound, Uju sat with her back to the wall. The woman kidnapper scrolled through her own phone and smirked. See as your matadons scatter online, she said, turning the screen so Uju could see Facebook posts with her picture. Even your customers de-love you. Uju's heart sank deeper. The man came in with a plate of food, cold rice and watery stew, and dropped it in front of her. Better pray your friend gets that money fast, he said. We don't feed people here for long. By the next morning, Bimbo called back. We've raised 2.3 million. It's not enough, but I'm still begging people. The man snatched the phone from Uju's hand. Tell her if it's not complete by tonight, she should come and collect your corpse. He hung up without waiting for a reply. Uju's head spun. She thought of all the nights she had sat in her small apartment, editing fake alerts and posing with borrowed cash, believing it was harmless. Now, her fake life had made her look like a real jackpot target. She could hear two of the men talking outside. Imagine! We thought she was loaded. Only 1.6 million in her account. Rubbish. Nah, packaging. Abuja girls and their fake big girl level. Each word cut her deeper than the slap from yesterday. By afternoon, her GoFundMe was trending. Some strangers sent 500. Some sent 1, 0. Others sent nothing but insults. In Nigerian gossip groups, people argued over whether she deserved help, but one comment summed it up. She built her life on lies, and now the truth has found her. But she's still a human being. If she dies, we will all feel guilty. As night approached, the kidnappers gathered in the sitting room, counting the money Bimbo had sent so far. The woman looked at Uju. "You better pray the rest comes before sunrise." Uju swallowed hard. This was the first time in her life she prayed not for more sales, not for more followers, but just to see the outside world again. She didn't know if she would make it, but she knew one thing. If she left that compound alive, her online life would never be the same again. Enquite fell heavy on the compound. The dim bulbs in the sitting room cast long shadows on the walls. Uju sat quietly on the floor, hugging her knees. Every time the gate creaked, her heart jumped. The woman kidnapper came in with her phone in hand. "Your friend Don sent another 5 million. That makes 27.3 million now. Tell her to complete it." Uju's voice was weak. "Please, that's all she can get. Even that money is from strangers." The man with the cold eyes entered and stood over her. "If we let you go without the full 10 million, what do we gain?" Uju's lips trembled. "You already took my 1.7 million from my account. That's 9 million in total. Please, I beg you, I will never forget your mercy." They looked at each other in silence. The woman muttered something in Hausa that Uju couldn't understand. The man rubbed his chin, then sighed. "We don't like to waste time with small fish." Around 3 a.m., they blindfolded her. She was pushed into the back of a car. Her heart thumped so loudly she could hear it over the engine. They drove for what felt like an hour. She couldn't tell where they were going. Then the car stopped. "Count 20 steps and remove the cloth." The woman's voice said from behind her. "If you look back, you won't like what you see." Uju's legs shook as she stepped out. She stumbled forward, counting under her breath. At 20, she pulled the blindfold off. She was standing by a lonely junction on the edge of town. The first thing she saw was a man roasting corn by the roadside. He looked at her in surprise. "Madam, where you from dey come this kind time?" Uju didn't answer. She just walked to the main road and flagged down the first kike that passed. By 6 a.m., she was sitting in Bimbo's living room, wrapped in a blanket, sipping hot tea. Bimbo looked at her with a mixture of relief and anger. "Uju, see what your fake life has caused," Bimbo said quietly. "You're lucky to be alive." Uju nodded, eyes red. "I know. I've learned my lesson." And truly she had. The GoFundMe money was gone to the kidnappers. Her own 1.7 million, gone. Her bags of lingerie, gone. Her reputation, gone. Online, people had seen the real her. The Big Madam brand was finished. In the days that followed, she deleted her old posts, shut down her Instagram, and changed her WhatsApp profile picture to a plain black image. She still sold lingerie, but no more fake alerts, no more packaging, no more pretending to be what she wasn't. Whenever someone asked her why she stopped living big online, she would just smile faintly and say, "Not every customer viewing your story is here to buy. Some are only here to buy your life." Thank you for watching. If you know this story has opened your eyes as a vendor and viewer, please subscribe, like, and comment. We still remain Storytime by NWA, and more interesting and thought-provoking stories are coming. Bye for now.